Hello, I'm JW Prather with IDC Devices. This video is going to be about my Patreon. Not my Patreon, our Patreon. What I hope to accomplish, I'm going to try to lay out a blueprint on how it's going to work. But first and foremost, I want you to know how important this is to not only my work, but what you can get out of it as well. Most builders build by the piece, and they build as many as they can, and then they sell them to whoever. I've never done it that way. In all of my years of building, I've always built each piece individually for the person that contacted me. Now, as the years went on and my equipment became more popular, it got to the point where only 1 out of every 20 people were even able to get a device from me because of the way I build. But not only that, it's because I'm always trying to continue my research and move forward in the field. I don't want to just build and sell them. That's a job. It's not the job I want. It's not the job I'm trying to do. My job is to build better equipment and keep moving it forward in the field as long as I'm in the field. I never want to be stagnant. I have become stagnant. If I try to build to the orders that are out there, I have no time left for building, experimenting, for doing research and development on better equipment, different equipment, following my ideas and theories. So for me, I thought Patreon would be a good opportunity for me and you to get together on this, because I really believe that my ITC equipment is best built for the individual. Patreon means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. To me, I think it's the best way. I am not your normal builder anyway. I'm not saying that boastfully. I'm simply saying I don't build the way other guys do. I'm completely off the chain, out of the box, and so far out there. Means a lot of equipment never comes to fruition. It never goes anywhere. It almost always leads to another piece of equipment that does. However, that takes time and it takes money. Cost is like everything else in our life. There's a cost involved. There's a cost of time, and there's a cost of money. If I spend the time to build all these other boxes, I have no time left for building what I want to build. Now, yes, I need to re-roof this place. It has started leaking. As you can tell from behind me, I don't put a lot of money into my building itself. I'm putting what I've got into this. But I do need a new roof. I've got, this building is very, very old, and it does set on my property. So I do own this structure. I'm not trying to add on to it. I'm not trying to finish it out or do anything like that. I just need a new roof. I don't want water dripping in here. So, and there's some other things I need to do to seal it up a little better for the squirrels. So I'm just being honest with you. Patreon's only going to work if I'm honest with you and I keep you up to date. And that's another thing where the content comes in. Some of the content may be updates. Some of the content may be experiments I'm working on that I think you're going to find interesting. Some of the content could be experiments I'm working on that I want feedback on. So I'll be doing polls, Zoom meetings, and of course the normal Patreon stuff like the t-shirts and the Black Hat logo and all of that. You're going to get all of that, and those will be Patreon only. They won't be like the shirt that I have on right now. They will be a little different, and so you will be getting merchandise that's not found anywhere else. You're also going to be able to order from me as a patron however many I can take. Now that's going to be the thing. I can't just start a Patreon and then go right back to the old way of just trying to take as many orders as people want and not doing my equipment. Number one, it wouldn't be fair to the other patrons who are helping me out to further my equipment if all I'm doing is using this to sell and build my equipment. That's not fair to them. Some people are going to come in just for the equipment. Other people are going to come in because they believe in me, they believe in the products I've been making, and they want to see it further, and they want to be a part of the furthering of my equipment. So it wouldn't be fair to them if I just used Patreon to get more orders. And let's be fair, I don't need to use Patreon. My email from my website, idcdevices.com, is always full of people wanting 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes, direct links. And I can't even get around to answering the emails at the time. So I'm not going to do it that way. So how often I offer these, I don't know. But I'm going to try to be fair to my patrons. What that's going to look like as I get more patrons, I'm not quite sure. In the beginning, when I only have a few patrons, it's going to be a lot easier for me to say, okay, well, I can take a couple of orders. Now, I haven't taken any orders in several months. I have been stagnant. I blame it on 2020, blame it on the pandemic. There's a million reasons why I have not been able to really take orders and get things done like I wanted to. There was also prior commitments that I had. There's documentaries that I've done. And we're going to get to some of the things I've done. That one of those is coming out this summer. One of those documentaries is coming out this summer. And you will be able to see my intercom system. How this system worked in a 58,000 square foot building. So, and these are the things that I'm working towards. When you look at the top tiers, you see that those top tiers come with equipment as rewards. The reason I did that is I want to be fair to my patrons while still being able to do what it is I want to do and move forward with the monetary gains I need to move my equipment forward. But Patreon's not to get rich either. So I want to give something back for anybody that takes those top tiers. So they feel like they're getting something great. So they're going to get these patron special edition patrons that is built specifically for them. Certain tiers are going to get offers on, let's say I come up with a new piece of equipment. The first 10 are going to go out numbered for the patrons. Why not? They help get me there to those new ones. And I do have some new ones that are going to be coming out. I'm working on now. I really need your help. I honestly believe in what I'm doing. And I honestly believe in the way I'm doing it because it's worked for 11 years. And I don't want to change it now. And by that, I mean the personalization between the device I build and the person that's out there. Now, I'm not talking about the IDC indicator and EMF detectors and ion generators. Those don't have to be personal. But these devices here, I can build one of these. And let's say I do 20 test runs. Usually, out of one of those test runs, the person's name comes through it during testing. And I would say 3 or 4 times. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot to some people, but to me, that's amazing. You figure how many names are in the world. If I get 3 or 4 times out of 10 that person's name comes through it, now it's not every time, but let's say I build 10 different ones, I run it 20 times, 3 to 4 times out of those, I will get a name. That's, to me, means I'm on the right track. But there's so much more I want to do with ITC equipment. And I'm not getting any younger. So I feel the clock is ticking on what I'm going to be doing. And I'm getting impatient. And don't get me wrong. I love the fact that my equipment's on so many TV shows. I love that they're being used by so many teams all over the world. I absolutely love that. But that was never where I was trying to go. A TV show, I was never trying to get my stuff on a TV show. I was trying to build something. The direct link, I had a theory. It evolved, and eventually you ended up with the direct link as it is now. And that was back in 2014. And then 2018, I revamped it again, moved it farther in 2018. So, but when you're building all the time, you don't have as much time for research, for experimentation, research and development of new equipment. I have all these theories. Not only do I have theories, I have theories that have been proven. And this is what you're going to find on my Patreon, is I'm going to share those things with you. I'm going to share these discoveries that have been made with my equipment and how I'm using those discoveries to move my equipment forward. So that's another piece of content that you're going to get, is inside information on police investigations and this, that, and the other, where my equipment's been used, my theories panned out in the real world, like with police investigations, on other TV shows other than just paranormal, in the Philippines. Things like this, where my equipment has been used and theories panned out and discoveries were made. That's why it's so important to me to move forward. I'm not boasting. I'm simply saying I have more to offer the world than what I've been doing. But it's a double-edged sword. If I spend all my time building, then I have no time for research. If I'm not building, I don't have the income for the research to move everything forward. I don't like taking loans. I don't like asking people for money. I'm asking you to join me on a journey that you will very well be a part of. And not only will you be a part of the journey, you're going to get rewards along the way. So thank you for watching this video. There will be more videos to come. I hope you join me. I hope you're as excited about this as I am. And I look forward to this journey with you guys. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.